Welcome back. We're out crappie fishing again. That's what I'm starting to do most of the times I get to go fish is go crappie fish. Today we're going to be running, it's summertime, it's June, we're going to be running crankbaits. These crappie have kind of spread out and they're suspended, so these crankbaits are going to run in that 12 to 15 foot range looking for suspended crappie. Spread out, I swap over to the crankbaits because I can cover water a little bit faster. I'm going to be going about 1.5 miles per hour. When I run the jigs, I usually run about 0.8 to 1.1. For the crankbaits, it's 1.5 all the way up to 2. Sometimes I don't really like to go over 2 miles per hour. We're going to be running 8 rods out the back, 4 crankbaits, and 4 downriggers. If you don't add downriggers to your crankbait trolling setup, I highly recommend doing it. It adds jigs, it adds opportunities for more fish to bite. You don't have the long lines out, so I'm going to run the crankbaits on spinning gear. I'm going to run the downriggers a 5-ounce weight because I'm going to be going a lot faster than I normally do when I run jigs. So the 5-ounce weight is going to be sure to get that bait down into the water column, and it's not going to drift back into my long lines pulling the crankbaits. Looks like we got one on the crankbait. It has been slow. Oh, he's barely hooked. Let's try to net him. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. This is number 7. It's the 3rd one on the crankbait and 4 on the downrigger, and I've caught 5 shorts on the downrigger. And that is why you always add those downriggers when you're trolling crankbaits. Helps with your spacing, gives you opportunities to catch more fish. So I've caught 2 on this one and had one come off. And so I don't know if this is just the right color, but I'm also running this one a little bit shallower, which I moved another one up shallow. I'm running only 60 feet of line on this one, so it's only going to be running about 10 feet deep rather than the other ones at 80 feet running about 12. I even sent out a couple to 100 feet, which would make them run about 15. And I just have not had much luck. But that's the name of the game. Cover water, keep changing things. I had already changed the color on that one. I've changed the depths. And so you just keep kind of plugging away at them until hopefully you figure something out, or it's time to go home. But either way, it's fun. Got another one on the crankbait. Maybe they're starting to fire up on it. It's barely hooked as well. We'll see if we can get him in the boat. I said he was barely hooked, but he got it. Looks like he got it pretty good. Nope, I lied. I was right the first time, barely hooked. I just caught a non-keeper off camera, and both of these downriggers are getting hit. That's what I've been looking for all day. Three bites all at the same time. Not the size I'm looking for, but it's going to be a keeper. Both of these are. Yep. That may be a stick or a catfish. That looks more crappie-like. Watch this be a big old crappie. I put it down to catch that short one. I'm pretty sure it's a catfish though. It's kind of just rolling. Yep. Cat or fish? Kitty cat, kitty cat. The old channel. All right. The trolling motor has about trolled all it's gonna troll. So we are gonna call her a day. I got 14 in the box, caught probably maybe 8 more that were short. Probably a little over half of them on the downriggers, which again, I highly recommend. If you don't do that, I highly recommend adding downriggers to your trolling setup. Alright guys, as you can see, it's been a pretty slow day, but like I said, I'm relatively new to crappie fishing. This is only about the 2nd or 3rd year that I've tried to learn how to crappie fish, and the method that I'm sticking with is trolling, either trolling jigs or trolling crankbait. So what I'm trying to work on today is learning how to get better at trolling crankbaits. I've got 14 in the box and probably about 8 short. I know I don't have many of those catches on film. It's been a pretty slow day, but when you're learning how to do this, the best thing you can do is just get out and cover water. I've never pulled crankbaits at this spot before, and so I didn't know water depths. I was using my maps and the contour lines. Ran into a couple of issues where we got tangled up, broke off a couple of times on the downriggers, but about half my fish, probably over half my fish have come from the downriggers. So if you are trying to learn how to troll crankbaits, or if you already know how to troll crankbaits, I would highly recommend adding the downriggers to it if you don't do that. It's easy to do. You just got to have a rod. I prefer a bait caster so I can get to the same depth every time, but you got to have a rod that'll hold that 5-ounce weight to deal with the speed that you go when you're trolling crankbaits.
Now is it time to do it?
Yep. All right, I got my son wanting to help. We're gonna make the hush puppy mix and let it rest.
Let's pour it
I have found rather than following the instructions on the pack, it's kind of better to add a few things. I don't do any measurements. We just kind of play with it. The first thing I found that makes it better is using milk rather than water. And I always add salt, pepper, and onion powder into the mix. So go pepper, more. We're gonna go some salt. Be sure you get that pepper in the bowl, not on the counter. And some onion powder.
Okay, that's enough.
You think that's enough? All right. I need to add.
Well, Bubbles, that's gonna be yummy.
I think so.
Is this gonna be the hush puppy?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna get the fries in the air fryer. We're gonna get the corn on the oven. The slaw's already made. All right. I think that's good. All right, guys, we're using the Louisiana brand seasoned fish fry.
I'm gonna help that.
It's not what I've got left to do, bud. It's nothing you can help with. I'm sorry.
What?
Mom's got some things for you to help with. All right, if you guys notice, I added salt and pepper to the fish fry mix as well. We should be ready to go. I rinsed the fillets. Again, I caught these this morning. I rinsed them. They sat in the fridge. Got them cleaned up. Now I always dry them off. I know that's kind of hard to get some batter to stick to a dry piece of meat, but I'm not looking for a lot of batter on it because I want to taste the fish. And then we're going in.